Farmers' importance to humans and the nation at large cannot be underestimated. They play a vital role and they are the industry's backbone. They ensure food security and are essential in health aspects as well. When most people see the rosy parts of a farmer, they will love to venture into it without knowing the disadvantages of being a farmer. And before you know it, in no distant time, they quit the farming job. Stay with me as I give you the major reasons that are encountered by farmers and the reasons why farmers quit farming, both in Nigeria and Africa as a continent. What's up, my people? Welcome to my YouTube channel, Life of a Farmer, where we discuss farming in details. I remain your anchor, Ishokri Ovokironye. You can call me Ovorons, and I welcome all my old and new subscribers. Please, if you are yet to subscribe, kindly do so. We discuss farming in details. Without wasting your time, let's dive into the main cocoa. Farming is as old as man and is considered as one of the oldest professions. Man needs food and shelter to survive, and they all comes from agriculture, either directly or indirectly. Farmers are always looking for new ways to improve farming methods and increase their yield. This effort is not also limited to livestock farming. They take full responsibility for providing for the animals with food, water, and shelter, as well as their welfare. We should not forget the aspect of crop production, marketing the farm produce to make sure it gets to the consumers. This is just a tiny aspect of the importance of farmers to the world. Yet, in all these few listed from the many importance, farmers only benefit a very little portion of their labor compared to other professions, and these are some of the reasons most farmers quit farming. First one is government policy. In Nigeria or Africa at large, government policy don't usually favor the farmers, especially the peasant farmers. Government thugs known as agberos in Nigeria are a bone stuck on the farmer's neck. Various taxes being imposed with nothing from the government to show for it. As soon as a truck comes to offload feed on the farm, you see these agberos coming from all corners in the name of government tickets, and they call themselves that they are local government worker. Not just that, we also have the political farmers. These political farmers have what we call audio farm. They take 60 to 70% of the loans from the government that are made for the farmers for themselves, and they distribute 30 to 40% to the real farmers. This doesn't end there. The process of getting the loan is also tiresome and discouraging, as they will stress the hell out of you. Let me go a little further. In times of natural disaster such as flood, drought, or disease outbreak, little or nothing is done to compensate the farmers. I remember late last year that the avian influenza hit my farm, where I lost over 3,000 laying birds. It was all on me. So imagine what happens next when such farmer don't have alternative. I believe that would be the end of his or her farming, because just to raise 1,000 laying birds, you will hold to 5 million naira at the start. Then imagine after investing such amount and in a single deal it was washed away. The second reason is the farm thief is a big and very serious issue. Both outsiders and farm workers are culprits. They go as far as stealing farm produce to sell at far lesser amounts. I once caught my workers, 2 females, stealing eggs amount to 7 crates, and they hid it in the bush close by. Another instance is a farm I'm consulting for. They were into cucumber and okra production. The man had to stop farming vegetables because all his efforts were ripped off in just one night. The thieves visited the farm, harvested 90% of the okra and cucumber, and went to sell them the following morning in another community that is very far from the community where the farmland is located. I also caught my worker that was attached to me as an industrial training student, where he stole my eggs and put them food flasks which he used in bringing food to the farm. There are countless examples of theft, not to mention of those that are sold and the money weren't found. You now see that if you are not smart, you will end up losing all you have labored for. I'm saying this so that if you are thinking of going into farming, you have to up your game and be ready, except you want to labor for someone else to reap. The third aspect I must not fail to mention is economic turndown. This is a very serious issue as affects farmers seriously. In my over 20 years in farming until date, I have noticed that the cost of farming has increased but the profits have reduced. When a farmer says that his input is increasing and his income or profit is decreasing, he or she have no option than to stop such activity and switch to something that will give him more profit. The truth is bitter, but it had to be told. On my personal experience, I sold broiler chicken for a market woman and my profit for bird was 300 naira, which is less than $1. Could you believe that I directed someone to this same person and the same bird was sold to him with that person making 500 naira profit from one bed in less than 24 hours. Just imagine me laboring for 6 weeks to raise one bed and having a profit of 300 naira per bed, compared to someone that will just come and buy the same beds and in less than 24 or 48 hours is making 500 naira from that same bed. You can imagine this goes with the adage in Nigeria that monkey dey walk, baboon dey chop, meaning the monkey is walking while it's the baboon that is eating. You now see that there is no price regulation. Please, the essence of this is to open your eyes to challenges faced by farmers and to better equip you for the future and how to plan for it. If you are gaining any vital information, please support me by clicking the subscribe button and the bell icon. And if you have done that, then please give me a thumb up. Thanks and God bless you. The fourth and the very important is stressful working conditions. Let me tell you the truth. Farming is not meant for the weak. The stress faced by farmers are numerous, and it ranges from too much or too little rain, whereby he has to think of alternatives, stress from economic pressure, whereby high input due to volatile markets. You now talk of social stress, whereby your farm is far from residential area, and even when development is coming close to you, you have to think of relocating to another area far from town. Not forgetting that if you refuse to move your farm, neighbors will start complaining and may file a complaint against you and your farm. In Nigeria and Africa, to be precise, where we have communal crisis, in such cases, your farm could be a target for looting. Another point is farmers losing their crops to pests and diseases, another stressful factor. Do not also forget that the farmer is human, so family stress will also arise. All these and many more can take a toll on the farmer's mental and physical health and personal relationship, thereby causing him to quit farming. One other reasons I must not fail to mention is the long and tiring farm schedule. One thing I must tell you is that nobody will take care of your own property more than you. This is the case of a farmer. A farmer is always on ground physically or otherwise, as his absence will cause him a loss. So the long hours of work, in addition to the just physical demand, is self-draining, and it results in mental and emotional fatigue. It is absolutely very difficult for a farmer to go on holiday, even weekends, as things need to be tended to on daily basis. Sometimes I even forget to take breakfast and end up taking my food back home or eating it as lunch. There are countless times I would say to myself that I will spend just 3 hours on the farm, but as soon as I step my feet on the farm, one thing will lead to another and another and another, and before you know it, it is 3 to 4 p.m. The whole day is gone. You now see that farming is not for the weak. I want to sincerely thank you for your time and data you have been using in watching to learn one or two things from my experience. Please subscribe, click the bell icon, and if you have done that already, then like and share. Thanks and one love. See you in my next video. Peace out.